From their origins in football to their iconic status in the 80s, shoulder pads have a rich history and a unique place in modern fashion. So, should you keep them in your vintage garments or give them the boot? Let's settle the debate once and for all. A brief history of shoulder pads. To truly appreciate shoulder pads, we need to start by understanding their origins. Padding to alter clothing dates back to the 1870s and 1880s, when women's dresses featured bustles to enhance their shape. However, the shoulder pads we know today have a more recent origin. They first appeared in the late 19th century with Princeton University football players who used them for protection. Fast forward to the 1930s, and we see shoulder pads making their debut in women's fashion. As women began stepping into roles traditionally held by men, clothing started to reflect these societal shifts. The real game changer was Elsa Schiaparelli, a designer who revolutionized fashion with her surrealist-inspired padded jackets. The impact of WWII and Dior's new look, continuing our journey through history. The early 1940s brought about a militarized look featuring broader shoulders for women. This trend was short-lived, as Christian Dior's new look in 1947 ushered in a more feminine silhouette, moving away from the broad-shouldered trend. The power dressing era. Now, let's jump to the 1980s when shoulder pads reached their peak. With the rise of power dressing, shoulder pads became a symbol of authority and confidence as women entered the workforce in greater numbers. They were a statement of empowerment and assertiveness in a male-dominated environment. Shoulder pads in modern fashion. Moving to the present day, fashion has cycled back to oversized silhouettes, including the resurgence of shoulder pads. Vintage blazers often feature these pads, which can be both exciting and intimidating. The big question is, do shoulder pads make a garment look too broad or exaggerated? Well, when considering shoulder pads today, it's essential to remember that fashion is about personal expression. Everyone's style is unique, and what works for one person might not work for another. Shoulder pads can add structure and drama to an outfit, but whether they suit you depends on your body type and style preferences. Embrace the look if it enhances your features and makes you feel confident. Balancing the look. For those with a long waist or broader shoulders, you might not need shoulder pads unless aiming for a particularly exaggerated silhouette. Remember, don't shy away from shoulder pads just because they were trendy in the past. Sometimes you might want more drama, other times, a more subdued look is preferred. Should you alter your garment to remove shoulder pads? If you're contemplating altering a garment to remove shoulder pads, it's crucial to understand the potential impact. Removing shoulder pads can significantly alter a garment's fit and structure. Since these pads were often integral to the original design, their removal might lead to an ill-fitting or oversized look if not done carefully. When deciding whether to remove shoulder pads, consider your body type and style preferences. For those with broad shoulders, removing the pads might not drastically affect the fit. However, if you prefer less shoulder emphasis, replacing bulky pads with thinner ones can maintain the garment's structure while softening the overall look. DIY versus professional alterations. Now, if you choose to remove shoulder pads, you have two main options: a DIY approach or seeking professional help. You can attempt it yourself using online guides or enlist a professional tailor. The choice depends on your confidence with alterations and the garment's value. A tailor can ensure the removal is done correctly, preserving the garment's intended fit. Caring for shoulder pads. Maintaining the quality of vintage garments with shoulder pads can be challenging due to limited information on their care. However, there are steps you can take to prolong their lifespan. If shoulder pads are detachable, consider cleaning them separately or replacing them with new inserts if they lose their shape. Cleaning and replacing pads. If your garment features Velcro strapped shoulder pads, you can remove and wash them separately in a small garment bag. This method helps keep the pads in good condition and preserves the garment's overall structure. Regular maintenance can ensure your vintage finds remain in excellent shape. To shoulder pad or not to shoulder pad, when it comes to deciding whether to keep or remove shoulder pads, it ultimately boils down to personal choice. If you appreciate the structure and style they provide, keeping them might be the way to go. Conversely, if the pads don't align with your style or comfort, removing them could enhance the garment's wearability. This brings us to the end of the video. Whether you choose to keep or remove shoulder pads from your vintage garments, Understanding their history and impact can help you make an informed decision. Fashion is all about personal expression and comfort. So embrace the styles that best reflect who you are. Thanks for joining us on this fashion journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe to Riches to Rags, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Share your thoughts and experiences with shoulder pads in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Catch you in the next video.